Dave, are you going to put up a banner to tell everybody who we are and what we're talking about? And no, you don't have anything? Well, oh, who's that? Who's Mandie Malinoski?
Cam. No. It's my son in his underwear.
Oh, he has to know Michael. He could come on screen, but he has to have a shirt on. That's Michael's rule.
No, exactly. He has to have clothing on.
Pants are optional because nobody sees.
I don't have any pants on right now either.
Thanks for sharing.
The other day, I was Zooming with my whole family, and Dominic went past behind me in a towel and whatever. I'm trying to share this with everyone. Oh, there we go. We're going to share that to the friends of the Disney Crush. And
hey, Holly, Scott.
And here we go. Okay, I shared it. Hi, guys. It's Tony and Dave and Mandie, and we are talking about the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin. It's a resort that is on property, but not owned by Disney. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and why I love to stay there. Mandie stays there too, and why we like it there, and why we think you should give it a shot, especially now that there's no dining plans. Because one of the things that people always said about why they didn't want to stay at Swan and Dolphin was they couldn't have a dining plan. Well, now you can't have a dining plan anyplace. So, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the history of the Swan and Dolphin. And the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin were opened around 1990. This is just on the Swan, this article I have here. But it was part of a collaboration. It was during the Michael Eisner period. And it was a collaboration with the Walt Disney Company, the Tishman Hotel Corporation, MetLife, and Starwood Hotels. The land is actually owned by Disney, and the hotel company has a 99-year lease on the land. So the land is owned by Disney, but the resorts are not. And the resorts are actually now operated by the Marriott Group. It's a Bonvoy Marriott resort. I used to be a Starwood member, preferred member, but now I'm a Bonvoy member. And if you are in a member of the Marriott Bonvoy Preferred Club, which is free to join, you can earn points on travel and put that towards your stays at the Swan and Dolphin. A lot of people do that, and there's credit cards you can get, but I don't do that. But
yeah, there's lots of ways to earn points so that you can stay there. A lot of people use, miles points for different credit cards, things like that. And Uli, nobody gets magic bands anymore for free starting January 1st. That's true.
Starting January, nobody gets magic bands. So one of people's reservations about staying there is no Magical Express. Because now the dining plan is no longer, it's not a thing. Magic bands are going away. So right now, people's main concerns about staying at Swan and Dolphin are the charging privileges and the Disney's Magical Express. Now you've stayed there, and what do you typically do?
When I am staying at the Swan and Dolphin, I take a dining budget and put it on a gift card. I also tend to use Mears quite a bit to get around in Orlando, period. Regardless of where I am a Mears junkie. I love Mears.
Okay.
So I just get a van.
And what does that typically run you? I mean,
it depends on how much, but not a lot. Like, I think the last time I took the Mears with tip and everything, it was like $45 or something.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't terrible, and that was to the airport. Around the actual area is pretty cheap too.
Now, the thing you have to understand, if you're staying on Disney property, if you're staying at the Swan and Dolphin, the transportation to the parks, to Disney Springs, that's all Disney transportation. You're typically sharing a bus with the boardwalk. You'll get the same. You'll share a bus with the boardwalk to some of the parks. Maybe you might share a bus to the beach club, and Epcot and Hollywood Studios are both walkable.
Yep, walking distance or friendship boat.
Or friendship boats. And for some reason, I had a beautiful picture of the friend. I have the worst luck with these pictures. There you go. There's the friendship boat. Yeah, the friendship boat goes to Epcot and Hollywood Studios when they're open. Right now, they're not open.
Yeah.
Is my understanding.
Yeah, they're not running.
So they're not, the friendship boats typically are running, and when they're running, they do service the Swan and Dolphin. There's a boat launch right there between the two resorts.
Is that
my educated guess is that those boats will start running when the like later this month, when all of the sports teams leave.
When the NBA leaves, you think? Well, I know that the yacht club, like I was saying on the podcast last night, the yacht club is actually partitioned off. So that's why you can't walk that way. You've got to walk around the boardwalk way if you're going to Epcot from the Swan and Dolphin.
They have swans and dolphins in each room, Steve. Everybody gets their own personal.
Let's talk about the dolphin, because people always want to know, why is it called the dolphin? Because that's not
the dolphin, the fish.
It's a dolphin fish, right? Which isn't that what mahi is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a dolphin fish. It's not a dolphin. Oh, there's my friendship.
Tony, I have the same picture of me, Cam, and Avery in front of that fountain.
Oh yeah.
And then I have the same picture of me and my sister when we were like 6 and 5 in front of that fountain.
Right. That the fountains at the Swan and Dolphin are a major recurring theme. There's fountains in the lobbies,
fountains on the roof.
Right, and on the land. That was what that one picture was that I posted before that I quickly took off the screen.
It's
when we went, and now I gotta find it again. Is that it? No, it's not it.
It's the beach they have.
When we went, my husband, here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's a nice picture. That's not my picture.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Hey, Facebook user.
My husband snuck up to the roof, and he found a stairwell that went all the way up to the roof, and he took a picture. And of course, there it is. It's not nice. You got pictures of the roof.
No, I'm looking at the previous picture. I liked that one. That's what I was talking about. I was thinking about the view that my sister and I had last summer because we got the upper floor in the Dolphin, and it looked down at the dock for the friendship boats. We had an incredible view. Cam loved it. The windows in the rooms too are really nice because they're like almost floor to ceiling. So if you don't get a balcony, don't worry. You still have this gigantic picture window.
Yeah.
Cam and Avery would I opted for no balcony because we were higher up with the kids, but they would stand in front of that window and look out. It was so cool. And they would watch the boats go up to Hollywood Studios and come back down and go back up. They loved it. The thing that a lot of people say about the Swan and Dolphin is, does it feel like Disney? Do you feel like you're at Disney? And I just show people these pictures that I do.
You look, that's the view.
It's incredible.
I had a window looking out over the Tower of Terror.
It's awesome.
That was my hotel. That was a picture from my hotel room.
That was when you were there with Phyllis, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That was Mother's Day a couple years back. This is a picture. This is through the window. You said the floor to ceiling window. This was the picture at night from my hotel room. And that so we didn't have a balcony, but like you said, the windows were floor to ceiling. So
we would lay in bed, like on nights we didn't go to see the fireworks, and watch the fireworks out over Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, I was able to see the Star Wars fireworks from that night. And the thing was, I take my camera out, and I would never get a good shot.
You can't get a good shot.
Yeah, the Star Wars fireworks are the best.
Yeah. So,
but I definitely feel like I'm at Disney when I'm at the Swan and Dolphin, because not only do you see everything, you can walk out your door and go to the boardwalk for the entertainment. The customer service there is fantastic. They're really, really, top notch. The pool is amazingly themed. I mean, it's just another hotel with another theme. It's still Disney.
Right.
I mean, there are slight differences with the dining plan and the fact that you use a key card instead of the Magic Band to get in the room, but what I did was I just would take the Magic Band and use it in the parks and stuff like that to get in and out. I mean, and I used a gift card.
That was something that I had to get used to, was the key card, because I almost left my room without, I had my Magic Band on. And when you stay at Port Orleans or Pop Century, you have your Magic Band and you don't need a key card. And I'm going to walk out the door and my mother says, "Do you have the key?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And no, I don't.
No,
that was a close one. So yeah, that is something you have to get used to. So
my trick with the key cards, if I ever have one when I'm traveling, is I put it inside my phone case.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
In between the phone and the phone case, and that's where it lives.
Michael's here. Hey, Mike.
Michael's minute.
He's got a shirt on, so that's good.
Nice.
He's what you doing, Mike? He's not talking tonight. He's just hovering. He's just hovering. Let's talk about the reason why I think it's a good place to stay. The location is unbeatable. It's over there. It's an Epcot resort. It's on Crescent Lake between Hollywood and Epcot. You can walk to the parks. Tom said, Mike. He's not talking tonight. I don't know.
I know a lot of people talk about the monorail resorts in that location, but I think the Crescent Lake location is the best on property because you have two parks that you can get to quickly instead of just one.
Scott, he does recognize your name because he said Scott when he said. Yep. So the reason why it's a good fit for me is the price. The price point is exceptional compared to the Boardwalk, the Beach Club, Beach and Yacht Club. The price is half, maybe even less than half.
So you're getting a deluxe area. You're getting a deluxe resort. You have the dining options of a deluxe, the pool of a deluxe, the location, like I said, and the price is fantastic. And they have teacher and nurses discounts as well that can help out.
Right. So I have a room currently booked for the end of the month that is $116 a night, which is actually cheaper than Pop Century. My Pop room, because I have I have two reservations right now. My Pop room was $128 a night. My Swan room is $116 a night. Now, Swan incurs a $30 a night resort fee.
I was just going to say, you have to take that into account.
So you do have, but that's okay. So it's $146 a night for that location, for that level of resort. And we're going to talk about the level of resort. They are owned by Marriott, Tom. Yes. So for your $30, now this is pre-COVID. There are some things right now that are not happening because of COVID. There's 2 bottles of water in your room, complimentary. $30 bottles of water. There are paddle boats. I couldn't find a picture of the Swan boats. That's something I meant to ask.
I love those.
They have Swan boats that are paddle boats that the rental of those is complimentary.
Parking's included in the resort fee.
We're going to talk about that. The parking fee is $27 a night, which is on par with what you pay at a Disney Deluxe Resort.
It is. That's true.
Disney Deluxe Resorts charge the same. Now you're DVC, Chad, so you don't have to. But if you're staying at a Disney Deluxe Resort, you're paying the $28 a night now for Deluxe?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere around there.
So the parking fee is a wash as far as I'm concerned. It's the resort fee, $30, but I'm paying $116 for the room. So $146. Like I said, Pop Century is $128. This is, a hair better. Yes, Chad, $57. Yes, it's still cheaper than staying at some of the other places. But I said the parking fee is the same as you'd pay at Disney. So I don't. I'm not going to agree with you on that one, Chad. But.
Well, the parking fee is a wash because you're going to pay it everywhere. The resort fee is inclusive of your water that comes in the room. All of the amenities of the resort are covered under that. You don't pay extra for anything. Pool rentals, The swan boat
The
rentals.
swan boats.
Mhm.
I went to the spa and got a $30 discount on my spa treatment. So that was that nullified the resort fee. The live instructor-led fitness classes they have
Yep,
that are
they're
included
Mhm.
with your resort fee. So it's not like a resort where you're going and you're getting nothing for your resort fee. They actually do have things you're getting back for your resort fee. So it stings a little bit less if you're going to use any of those amenities. I typically go to the spa when I go to the Swan and Dolphin. So I get $30 back on my spa treatment. And
Right. So you negate one day
right.
worth of fees.
And my mother goes and she gets $30
So
back.
there's 2 days worth of fees.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, it's good. And you maybe do the paddle boats with the kids, right?
I do the paddle boats with the kids, and then they have pool activities just like any other resort has pool activities. But what they include with the resort fee is like all of the flotation stuff that you can play with and all of that. So Cam gets like big inner tubes and, different inflatable toys, and, he plays with them and they love that pool. The pool has a big waterfall, a big slide. It has a sand beach that has like a spray thing and a playground. That beach is awesome with hammocks on it, and it's big. It's the entire length between the Swan and Dolphin Hotel and the back of the horseshoe there on Crescent Lake.
Actually, I had a picture. That's the whole resort. That's the whole resort. And there are 2 lap pools. And then there's the huge grotto pool.
Yeah, the feature pool. It's so nice.
And it's the Uli asked about the water. It is replenished. It's $2. It's $2. You get 2. They're not they're not the little dinky bottles. They're a little bigger than the bottles you buy at the parks, and they are replenished. 2 bottles per night you're staying there. So
when we were there last June, we would take a bottle in the morning with that's so cool, Tony. We would take a bottle with us in the morning, my sister and I, and in the evening we'd have another set of bottles there. So I know it's supposed to be 2 per day, but it depends on your housekeeping. Ours just kept filling them up.
Yeah. There's the kids on the beach. Yeah. So
and speaking to Chad, the rooms have been recently redone, and
actually I've got
nice.
pictures. I've got pictures of the rooms. Yeah. So let's talk about the rooms. The rooms at the Dolphin, you can get rooms with king size beds. You can get rooms with full size beds at the Dolphin.
Yeah, the Dolphin's full size.
And the Swan is queen size.
Yeah.
Bed. The rooms look the decor is fairly similar, but I think Chad hasn't been there in a while because the rooms are not dark anymore.
No, they're all white.
Dark no
blue.
more. Yeah,
white, light blue, very, very nice. Chrome finishes. The remodel was great. Besides our, little conversation. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank?
it's okay.
No.
They have heavenly beds. Heavenly beds.
They're beds.
World famous for their heavenly beds. Yeah. Yeah, they really did. They really did fix it. Did Mandy, now do you know anything about the status of the Cove, which is a 3rd resort that they were doing before COVID happened?
I have not heard an update on the Cove as far as cancellation or progress, which makes me think that they're going to proceed forward with it.
Okay. So the Cove, if anybody doesn't know, is a 3rd resort. I'm glad you all caught me scratching me inside of my ear. The Cove is a 3rd resort that is supposed to be under construction soon. I know, hadn't they cleared some land for it? I think they
cleared land for it. They have a development plan that they released, and then after that, I haven't seen much of it. I'm going to have to look for it now that you mentioned that.
So Dan is asking, how would you compare it to the Disney hotels? Value, moderate, deluxe. I think it's above moderate. It's kind of like value light, I would say. What do you think, Mandy?
I think that it is a moderate price for sure. It'll be comparable to a moderate resort in price, but I do think that it has a deluxe location, dining options, and amenities.
Yeah.
It's not quite a deluxe.
No.
But it's not a moderate either. It's like the in between.
But let me tell you, I stayed at the boardwalk, and I think that resort, the boardwalk, really needs refurbishment. I mean, I was in a musty room with a musty carpet, and then and then we moved rooms, and that room didn't smell musty, but it needs to be boardwalk needs to be refreshed.
The boardwalk is coming up on a refurbishment. I mean, time is just, you have so many people coming through a resort. It's gonna happen.
Tom, I said deluxe light. He says moderate plus. That's semantics. Okay.
Plus
The restaurants are
amazing.
There's more restaurants at the Swan and Dolphin than you're going to find at a Disney resort, at a Disney moderate, definitely.
Dan, pre-COVID, a walk to Epcot would be maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And then Hollywood Studios, I'd say, is like 15 or 20. You have to go over the bridge. They have these really cool bridges that you have to go over that and then like by boardwalk to get there.
A good tip, if you're trying to get to the boardwalk from Hollywood Studios, get off at the Swan Dolphin. Get off the friendship boat at the Swan and Dolphin and walk across the bridge, and you will actually beat the boat, because the boat will then go to the Beach and Yacht Club before it goes to the boardwalk. So you'll typically beat the boat to the boardwalk from Hollywood. So let's go through some of these other pictures I had to give people an idea. We were talking about the pool. They do have hot tubs. That's just one of them. They have a lot of them. Let's see.
The grotto pool too is huge. It's gigantic, and it has like 3 sections to it. So there's like a bridge that goes over it. There's the main waterfall section with the slide. There's another section that's over by the quiet lap pool, and then a totally another section that's over by the beach.
Can we just stop to look at little Michael?
He's so cute.
He's so small there.
I know. Hi, David. The grotto pool. If you can't tell by looking, there are actually lounge chairs under that waterfall. So those are some of the most coveted lounge chairs. It's like dark and dank. Oh yeah, there's a slide. You want to see the slide? There's me on the slide.
So Dan, there's a spray park, like a spray. I say spray park, but it's like a giant seal that sprays on the kids on the beach. There's a giant playground on the beach, and it's all adjacent to the pool. My kids are obsessed with this pool, and there's sand to build castles and play in, and hammocks as well.
Yeah.
The Swan and Dolphin will be open to the public later this month. Yeah, MLS is leaving.
Right. That's a picture from.
And that's just the middle section. That's not even the entire pool.
Right.
There's two other big sections.
Right. It goes, and then there's 2 lap pools. There's 1 lap pool at each resort. So if you want to do laps, and I think early in the morning they close it off and they make it just for adults that want to do laps. Okay, so here, that's the beach.
Yeah.
I don't have the swan boats. I can't believe I didn't do the swan
Well, that
boats.
dock at the bottom of this picture is right where they are. I know they're adorable, and you want an actual picture of them, but they're right there, and you can, they come as a part of that fee. You can use them. There's no cost to use them.
Steve wants to know about the bars. Yeah, there's not a bar in the grotto, but there is a bar. There's Cabana Bar, which is right next to the pool. This is the Cabana Bar, and this. It runs during the day as well. It's open during the day as well. There are lots of lounges at
There's tons of lounges, and that's the one in the lobby of the Dolphin, right?
Right. The lobby the lobby of the Dolphin turns into a lounge at night. It's actually really nice. I went out one day, and we came back in at night, and I was just shocked by how how the lobby looked at nighttime.
It's so pretty. And I love that chandelier they have with all the glass orbs that comes down. It's so interesting. There it is. It's so pretty.
That's the bar at night. And there was a band playing.
Yep.
And there's so much seating. I've got a picture during the day, but there's so much seating in the lobby.
There's seating in the lobby, like from in all directions, and they have the wait staff walking around. Yeah, it's really pretty.
That's nice.
So at night they bring the lights down, and it's a really nice, relaxing atmosphere. There are tables if you want to get work, if you're there doing work. There are a lot of conferences, as Chad was talking about. Chad was there for a conference. Kurt always talks about his first experience at Disney was at a conference at the Swan and Dolphin. There's actually a huge amount of convention space there at that resort. People don't realize it's a huge convention hotel.
It's on the Dolphin side, and in the aerial photo you had, you could see it behind the Dolphin. And to Danielle's question, they're both wonderful. I do prefer the Swan though, because it has queen size beds. Yeah, so the convention center is behind the Dolphin over there.
Right. The Dolphin, the Dolphin is much more hustle bustle.
Yeah.
Than the Swan. The Swan, we stayed at the Swan back. I won a trip. I was the Diz actually it wasn't the Diz Unplugged at the time. It was the Diz boards. I won a grand prize 7-night stay at the Swan.
Nice.
On the Diz boards back. That's what those pictures are when my kids were tiny. So it was a long time ago. And we stayed at the Swan, and the Swan was tiny, was very quiet and subdued. And I've stayed at the Dolphin many times, and the Dolphin, there's a lot of hustle and bustle in that lobby. But when you go up to your room, you're
quiet.
away from it. Right. It's not going to keep you up at night. It's not like you're staying over the pool at All Stars.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. Now, what was Scott's question about Blue Jack? What?
He's talking hockey.
Yeah, it's a little slow, I think.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
Included in that $30 resort fee is the fitness center and live instruction-led fitness classes. Now, again, this was pre-COVID, so we don't know what's going to happen now.
Right.
But that was one of the amenities.
I think they'll eventually be back. Just right now, it's it's COVID time.
Yeah, and they also have I was reading a little bit about the fitness center. They have like those, if you've ever seen the Touch of Modern commercials where they talk about, where they show the wall with the instructor teaching you, they have that. They have a wall with a video monitor with an instructor doing like, aerobics classes.
Yeah, so you can like follow the video.
Right. And they also have live and on-demand Peloton. Now that's included in your Peloton spin classes. So that's pretty cool. The health club is staffed from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., but it's open 24 hours. So if you want to keep fit while you're there,
that's great.
You can.
More power to you.
Yeah. I forgot I had a post here with a little bit more about the pools. There are 4 whirlpools, a kiddie pool, 2 poolside restaurants, 2 lap pools, a spring pool.
That's
the grotto,
what I was saying before.
Yeah.
There's like pool everywhere you go.
The grotto pool with tropical waterfalls and water slide.
Yep.
And a spraying seal fountain.
That's the beach, the thing I can't think of what to call it, but Cam is obsessed with it.
It says beachside playground. I don't know.
Yo, that beachside playground is huge.
Tube and raft rentals, watercraft rentals. And they have life vests. They have beach towels. You have to sign out your beach towels with your key.
Yeah, I have a video of the whole pool area that I can post on the Crush after this.
People staying at the Swan and Dolphin do get the same entitlements, I guess you'd say, of Walt Disney World resort guests.
So you get the 60-day fast pass, the early morning, entrance
magic
when
hours
it's available,
free parking at the parks if you're driving. And right now they do qualify for park reservations they're the same as on resort guests.
Yep.
So you do get your park reservations are prioritized, I guess you'd call it. So
yes, and you other than Magical Express and the Magic Bands, really you're treated you get all the same amenities.
You can even have packages delivered back to the resort.
Yeah.
If you buy something in the parks, you can have it delivered to the gift shop in your resort. And they have Disney gift shops in the
They
Swan
do.
and Dolphin.
They
The
do.
gift shops so they have Disney merchandise there you can buy. And guests of the Swan and Dolphin, and this is important for the business people, they have golf priority reservations. So if you're staying at the Swan and Dolphin and you're somebody who likes to golf, you do get priority with your golf reservations. So
you do, although it used to be much sooner that you could book golf, just so everybody knows. But now it is much closer to the time of your trip, even if you're a resort guest. So the last trip that we did when Chris was booking the golf, we had to book it the week before with priority.
Okay. So if you're dining at a signature restaurant at the Swan or Dolphin, and this is whether you're staying there or not, or if you are going to the spa, if you have a spa treatment, you do qualify for childcare at Camp Dolphin. I think it's is it not 2 hours? Is it a 2 hour? Your kids can stay at Camp Dolphin complimentary if you're dining at Shula's, Il Molino, or Blue
I believe
Zoo.
that it's 2 hours.
Okay. So they do still have a camp there, whereas, Disney no longer does. And it's complimentary if you're dining at one of the signature restaurants. It's I've walked past it. It looks kind of
it's
cheesy
a daycare.
Yeah,
it's a basic daycare. Yeah.
They will take your kids next door to the food court, the Peekaboo Buffeteria.
Yeah.
Buffeteria for an additional $10, they said. So let's talk a little bit about the dining. I guess we'll start where my first picture is of Il Molino. No, my picture is of Fuel. Fuel is a fairly new option. It opened up when that when the refurbishment happened that we were
when they redid the lobby.
Yeah, it's kind of a grab and go place. They do sandwiches. It's a little on the pricey side for some people's taste. If you eat at Panera Bread, it's basically the same prices. It's like you're going to pay $10 for a sandwich. You have to understand that they are catering to this business class, these convention goers who are on these breaks from their meetings and stuff. So the prices are kind of in line with Panera, I'd say, about $10 for a sandwich. They have coffee, espresso, all kinds of fancy lattes. They have like the frozen yogurt that you put all the toppings on and they weigh it, and you find out that you just paid $15 for a cup of Froyo covered in gummy worms. They have candy in bulk. They have like the thing that the kids like with the but they have a whole wall of that. So
they have like little prepackaged lunches too. I know Cam was getting like a peanut butter and jelly kind of sandwich with like fruit and stuff in that back cabinet there. So it was convenient with me for the kids. We would grab some stuff and then take it down by the pool. So that was nice and easy. Yeah.
So we did talk about Peekaboo Buffeteria, which was open 24 hours. I don't know, what's going to happen post-COVID, but it's another quick service. And I've actually never eaten there. Have you ever eaten at Peekaboo?
Yeah, so we like Peekaboo. We go in there for the breakfast, and we get our breakfast platters in there, and then we head out for the day. It's nice and easy. You come in, you go through the line, you get your hot food, and you go and sit down. And the food's good. It's not, it's good.
Yeah. So those are both at the Dolphin. They also have like I said, pool bars. They have cabanas on the dolphin side, and I'm trying to remember the name of this. It's something with an S, or I don't remember. On the Swan side, there's another quick service type,
like a quick
pool
service.
bar.
Yeah, I forget what that one is called as well.
But
I hang out a lot on the dolphin side. I like the
that's where the action is. And when we stayed at the Swan, we found ourselves at night going over to the dolphin.
Yeah.
We really loved the fountain, even at night after being at the parks. And this is back when our kids were little, so our park nights weren't that late. But the fountain is kind of a soda shop along the lines of Beaches and Cream. So if you like Beaches and Cream, you might like the fountain.
I was going to say it's like a 50s style little
Yeah.
diner kind of thing. Like the kids' meals come in like Cadillac cardboard
Yeah.
cars.
Do they still have the viewfinders? Because when Dominic was little, the kids' menu was on a viewfinder. Okay.
They did not have the viewfinder when I was there last.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find. I had the cutest picture. There's Dominic.
So
There's Dominic
cute.
eating. Yeah. No, he's 17 now, so he doesn't look like that anymore.
But he's adorable.
But the cool thing about the ice cream is they have like dipped ice cream, hard ice cream, and they also have soft serve. They have their own. At least they used to. This is pre-COVID. Had their own version of the kitchen sink. It was called the funnel, and it was a big thing of ice cream with all these flavors and toppings and stuff. So I like it, and people don't even know it's there. So, and when we stayed at the Swan with the kids when they were little, I know a couple nights we went over there just for ice cream, and they do have a takeout counter as well.
Yeah, we went there when we were there last summer as well. It was nice with the kids. Easy too.
There's the takeout counter. Yeah, there's the takeout counter there. So,
and the menu is very friendly to everyone. Even Cam would eat there.
Yeah, burgers, grilled cheese, salads, chicken sandwiches, things like that. So we loved breakfast at Fresh. Fresh Mediterranean is it's a buffet for breakfast, but it's fresh. It's a fresh buffet. It's cooked to order in front of you. So there's somebody there making your eggs, and you watch them make your eggs. There's somebody there.
That's
you
awesome.
want pancakes. They have a grill there. They pour your pancakes. They make your waffles right in front of you. It's really good. I've eaten there a few times with my family and my mom. Lunchtime is a little different. It's not a buffet. It's a la carte, but they're only open for breakfast and lunch. So
yeah, we didn't get there on our last trip. It was one of the few places we didn't get to try. So I'm interested to hear about it.
Yeah, breakfast at Fresh is really a hidden gem. It's nice. And they also, if you're into that, they have like wheatgrass juice and all that. But they do fresh, fresh squeezed juices and pressed.
Nice. That's where it's all going. So that's good.
Nice.
Yeah. I really liked Fresh. Have you
the
ever
pancakes sounded good, but the wheatgrass not so much.
These are every place I've mentioned so far is at the Dolphin, by the way. So while we're in the Dolphin, we might as well talk about Blue Zoo. Blue Zoo is a restaurant, signature restaurant. Acclaimed chef Todd English created this restaurant. It is really beautiful. We ate there on my grand prize trip. I had I want to say like a 250. This prize I won would have blown your mind. I had a gift certificate to Blue Zoo. I had a gift certificate to the spa. So we ate at Blue Zoo. We had 2 little kids. So I made the earliest possible reservation, like 5:00, because I didn't know how the kids were going to act. And I told them, don't feel bad if you have to put us in a corner. But it was a really phenomenal meal. I had a picture of me, I thought, at Blue Zoo.
Dan's not a fan of wheatgrass either, Mandie. So
no,
I saw that. Yeah,
that's me. That's me back. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. This was, I don't know how many years ago. I was so excited about winning this big prize and this big gift card from Pete Werner. That of course I order the most expensive thing on the menu, which was this lobster. And I'll tell you what, I ordered that because it was the most expensive thing. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I wanted, and I should have ordered what I wanted. So take a lesson from me. Don't order the lobster just because it's free. Order what you want. Blue Zoo is it's a seafood. There's a lot of really good seafood there, but they have everything. They have steaks and chicken too. But and the kids, there was stuff for the kids to eat. I don't remember. This was
it's like fine dining.
Yeah.
It's on our list for November to take Chris because he wants to try the steak there. So.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of steak, the last restaurant at Dolphin I wanted to talk about was Shula's Steakhouse. Nice. Don Shula's Steakhouse, and you get your menu on a football.
So cool.
I do remember when it first opened, there were no prices on the menu, and people had a problem with that.
Well, I mean, you want to know what you're going to pay, right?
Exactly. That's just sneaky.
So I know now that they've adjusted that.
Right.
That now you do get your prices on a menu. This is the bar area.
What knucklehead came up with that? Let's just don't put prices on it.
It's a very fine dining thing to do. If you have to ask, you shouldn't be eating there.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but they are known for their aged steaks, and it's not a cheap undertaking. No. Everything is a la carte. So, but be aware that like the sides are shareable sides. I understand the baked potatoes are like this big from what I've heard from people. So you'd order one baked potato for maybe 3 people
for the table. Yeah, for the table.
So. Yeah. So
it is highly acclaimed though. A lot of people say that it's like one of the best steak restaurants on property. So it has a good reputation.
Yeah. So those are the restaurants at the Dolphin. The Swan has fewer restaurants, which is why if you stay at the Swan, you might find yourself at the Dolphin a little bit. And you could also, don't forget, you are literally right next to the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And the Yacht and Beach Club. And that's what we did. We ate at Cape May Cafe while we were there. We had breakfast most mornings at the Boardwalk Bakery. This is a cute picture of Dominic at the Boardwalk Bakery. He couldn't decide what he wanted. I'll never forget this. The lady at the bakery let him come behind the counter to see what she had in the back. See how cute. I don't think she'd let him back there now with his big long curly hair.
No, he's a little bigger now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had breakfast. We walked over to the Boardwalk Bakery. You can walk over to Epcot to like the French bakery. So we did a lot of that.
Cam and I woke up one morning and he was like, I want to eat at Cape May. So we walked over there and we had breakfast with Minnie Mouse.
Yeah. So it's so convenient to the beach and yacht club and the Boardwalk and Epcot. So you've got all that too. And now you've got the Skyliner stop, the International Gateway Skyliner stop. So that opens you up to Topolino's and Sebastian's. And if you want to eat it, everything pop, go for it.
Why not go get yourself
some tie-dye cheesecake. So yeah.
But the location is amazing. The location is the best part to me. But in the Swan is the Garden Grove, which is a great restaurant for a great restaurant for families. My kids love this restaurant. It's easy to get into. Reservations not required. The food is great. And there you go. You have Chip and Dale and you have Pluto and Goofy. And
now is that every night is characters, right?
Yep. Yep. Every night's characters. And it's low key there. Like you can make a reservation if you want to, but you have no problem just walking in. Something to just note for people about the Swan and Dolphin is they don't accept Disney gift cards. So if you're going to do the gift card route, that is for the parks. That's your budget for the parks. You do need to charge to the room or have an alternative if you're dining at these restaurants.
I do remember, and I don't know if this is still true, the non-deluxe. So Garden Grove, Fountain, Fresh. I was able to use a AAA discount while dining. I think I got 10 or 15% off.
They take all kinds of discounts at both of the resorts.
So it pays to ask. Do they take pass holder discounts? Do you know?
I don't know if the restaurant takes pass holder discount, but if it does during any particular promotion, it will be listed.
And
Not
deluxe signature, Il Molino, Blue Zoo, and Shula's, I believe, do take up tables in Wonderland.
Yes, they do. They are on the Tables in Wonderland list. Yeah.
And I also think Garden Grove, Blue Zoo, Shula's, and Il Molino are all bookable on Open Table.
Yes.
So keep that in mind as well, because there's no fee if you have to cancel Open Table.
You can't use Disney gift cards to pay for things at the Swan and Dolphin, Uli. They're owned by Marriott, so they can't accept a Disney gift card.
Yeah. Now the character breakfast, the character dinner is every night. The character breakfast is weekends only, but they do serve breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
So I was reading on touring plans today because I wasn't sure, because I've never eaten there. Like certain days it's by the plate, and certain days they have a buffet. Is that right? Or
so the best way to describe it is that when you get in there, they have a buffet, but it's very similar to Akershus, where it's like the appetizers and the salad are the buffet, and the dessert is the buffet. And the dessert is like a dessert party. It's all miniature size stuff.
Okay.
So Cam loves it because I'll let him get like 5 or 6 things because it adds up to like the size of a cupcake, you know?
Yeah.
And then you order an entree.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there a seafood buffet though certain nights? I think I heard that I don't. But everything, this is all pre-COVID, so there probably won't ever be a buffet again. So
they do have like some themed dinners, and the menu does change, but I don't know that it's a seafood buffet.
Okay. Okay. But this area, it's really pretty at night. They lower the lights and then they bring up these lights, and it's just really pretty at night. I have walked past.
It's supposed to be Central Park.
Okay.
So it's really cool. It's like painted, and there's a giant tree in the middle, and then they Chip and Dale are there, and they say they live in the tree, and all this stuff. It's cute. It's really cute.
And the last restaurant, that like real restaurant we're going to talk about, is Il Molino, which is at the Swan. It's on the first floor, and it is an Italian restaurant. It's a signature restaurant, and people say it's some of the best Italian food on property.
It's delicious.
I did not have the best experience there.
You didn't?
No, I went with my mom. I went with my mom. Now, we're Italian. We cook Italian food. So we, again, everything is like a la carte. So we ordered a chicken cutlet that we shared. I can't believe I can't find I didn't take a picture of the whole chicken cutlet before I cut it, but so we shared. The chicken cutlet was the size of the plate, and we cut it in half. So we shared that. I mean, they pound it really thin, and then we shared an order of tagliatelle, and the sauce for us was unremarkable. I have to learn not to order red sauce out, because
that's the key, though. You can't order red sauce out as an Italian. I can't do it either.
And I hadn't learned that lesson yet when we went. There was like an amuse bouche, which came with the bread. It was a eggplant caponata and a few pieces like a salami there, and the bread. That was good. At the end of the meal, the server made this big production that he was going to, and I've told the story before, he was going to give us house-made limoncello. And you need a limoncello, and he poured it, and my mother took a sip, and that is her face. She said it tasted like furniture polish.
Oh my God.
I just love telling that story.
That's great.
So, but don't take my word for it, because everyone else that I talk to says Il Molino is the best Italian food on property. So I don't know. But
I don't think it's the best on property, but I did think it was good. But I haven't eaten there in a few years. I haven't eaten there probably since before your trip. So
okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the lounges. There's lots of lounges at the Swan and Dolphin.
Yeah.
And one of them is Kimonos, which is that's
a Swan.
That's at the Swan, right?
And it's like the karaoke one, right? That's
right.
The
they do karaoke.
Yeah.
They do karaoke on Saturday nights, and it's really they have, you can't see very well in that picture. They have sushi. They're known for their sushi, and they have like kimonos as their decor. They're like kimonos hanging around. So, and that's open at night. That's open from 6 to 11.
Yeah,
So,
it turns into like kind of not a nightclub. That's not the right word, but it's like an adult, lounge area. And then you hear the karaoke down the hall, and me and my sister get a big kick out of it, hearing everybody singing.
We talked about Finn's, which is the lobby lounge, which is open till 2 a.m. So, the place is really hopping. Shula's has a lounge. Blue Zoo has a bar area. So there's places to unwind. The bar outside the pool is open at night too. So
that's my favorite one. Yeah, that one right there. That's my favorite one. It's chill, right? Chill.
Yeah. So definitely it is kind of, people ask where should they go for a romantic getaway?
Oh, Swan and Dolphin.
I really think it is. It's a great place to be with your partner. Last time I was there, I stayed with Dominic. So
it's one of my favorite to recommend for like couples only trips, or for young couples who don't have kids yet. I definitely, it's got a nice nightlife to it. It's got a perfect location.
One thing about in the rooms, the TVs, this is not Disney. So it's not Disney TV. You got HBO on demand. I remember watching Game of Thrones in my room. You got Netflix. Remember though, the HBO is on demand and it's free and it's included. The Netflix is on the TV. You got to put in your Netflix account. Remember to log out before you check out, or else the next people are going to be on your Netflix account. But, So.
You mean they don't have fireworks on TV while you're in there?
No,
fireworks?
No nightly screenings of Wishes.
Yeah. So, in the rooms, there is a refrigerator. There's a coffee pot with, it's pods. It's not, it's the pods.
It's okay.
They have complimentary amenities if you forget anything. Dominic took this picture because he was so excited. He thought this was a real fancy hotel because he wanted to order the slippers and the robe because you could order.
That sounds like Dominic.
Yeah. Yeah. You could get shoehorns, leather. Yeah. They have all kinds of
shoehorns. That's funny.
Yeah. So Dominic was excited by that. He wanted to get a bathrobe, but I wouldn't let him.
I will say this too, for people that it's very important for, the beds in the Swan and the Dolphin are extremely comfortable.
Yes, those heavenly beds are really nice.
They're out of this world.
I did want to mention Christmas at the Swan, and that's one of the things Rob Madeary said before we even came on. It was our first comment. Do you know can you go back to our first comment, Dave? Can you scroll all the way back, or is it too late?
No, what do you want? Who?
The very first comment was from Rob Madeary.
I don't have anything from Rob.
It was before we even went live.
Yeah, I don't have it then.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, Rob said the Christmas at the Swan and Dolphin is amazing, and it is. Santa Claus, the Swan and Dolphin, they've for years had this gimmick where they call themselves Santa's favorite resort. And didn't he used to come in July? Did Santa Claus used to come in July?
I don't know. I don't remember. But it would make sense to me that they would do that. They're fun. The resort is fun like that.
Yeah. So there's a whole hockey rivalry going on underneath me.
I see this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
they're watching us and the hockey game at the same time.
So that's Santa, crazy. It looks like at this particular year, he was appearing every Friday and Saturday from 6:15 to 8 p.m. in the Dolphin lobby.
I love his outfit.
Yeah. He's dressed like he's on vacation.
Yeah, it's so cool.
They also have this display that is 5 million calories.
Jeez.
5 million calorie, because this display is entirely made of chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
the decorations are beautiful.
Beautiful.
Now I miss in the old Dolphin lobby, they used to have a tree, and then they used to have this silver bullet train that went around. They don't have that anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
So they have this tree now that snow comes out, plays music. It's kind of cheesy compared to that. So
Yeah.
So
the other thing that they do that is really cool is they have a food and wine like festival of their
and
own.
that's actually been canceled this year. They have
yeah.
they have on that walkway, and I had a picture of the walkway, but I guess I had to give up some
The
pictures.
walkway is so pretty at night when they put all the colored lights on it. It's so
cool.
cool.
They have their own food and wine festival type thing, and they do special packages with your room if you want to buy a ticket and a wristband that gets you unlike Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, when you buy this wristband, you get to eat and drink and be merry, and you go from booth to booth and
taste and sip.
Yeah, so it's all included. So they have a game room. I forgot to mention they have a game room. Very exciting game room.
It's very exciting to 6-year-olds. My son's obsessed with the game room.
Yeah,
I have to pretend that they don't exist.
There's the room with the king size bed.
King bed.
So they do have some deluxe accommodations that Mandie and I have already discussed this, Dave. I don't know if you know this, but one night we're going to do an In Your Dreams show where we talk about the deluxe accommodations that I guess we'll have to wait till we win the lottery
to stay in. Yeah.
So we want to get this room with the baby grand piano.
How about the presidential suite?
We'll have Michael. Can you imagine Michael? He'd be on that thing at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, that would be okay.
So yeah. But they have accommodations for all, and I know that my friend Glenn was going to be staying at a
Enjoy your trip, Tom.
A family. It's like a family suite that he got. He got a pass holder rate. Yeah. He got a fantastic pass holder rate, he said, on a family suite. And I want to talk a little bit about the special offers that the Swan and Dolphin offer. They offer annual pass holder right now up to 30% off. Florida resident rates up to 30% off. Senior citizen rates are what they say on their website, at least 25% off. So most discounts are up to. This is at least 25% off for seniors over 62. Nurse rates, teacher rates, which are running right now about 25% off. Nurse, teacher, military.
And the nurse and the teacher are standard discounts that they offer. They're going to be available anytime. The pass holder and the resident rates are specials that I'm seeing for the first time running. And then they do promotions, throughout the year.
And AAA and Canadian, CAA, Canadian Automobile Association. Yep. So those are specials they're running too. Last thing I wanted to talk about, and I kind of threw this, you guys didn't know I was going to talk about this. Weddings. A lot of people get married at Disney, and Disney weddings are very expensive. Swan and Dolphin do weddings and vow renewals for a much more reasonable price than Disney. A Disney wedding is going to be minimum $7,000. Swan and Dolphin weddings start at a much cheaper rate. So this one here is $3,800, includes 20 guests. So there is a website called justmarry.com that they're the wedding coordinators that work at the Swan and Dolphin. So that's, they have different packages. This one is $7,000, but they start much lower than where Disney starts. So,
and the backdrop is beautiful for the weddings there.
Yeah, you could you just like, as much as you want to pay. If you want to have Mickey and Minnie, that's going to cost you extra, obviously. But if you're starting at a lower rate, your wedding is going to probably be, exponentially cheaper. I think about, vow renewals, because people think, oh, we're going to renew our vows at Disney, and then they get sticker shock, where this is a little bit more
reasonable.
palatable. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're thinking of getting married at Disney, consider getting married at the Swan and Dolphin. Oh, Mandara Spa. Sorry.
Mandara Spa is awesome. Yeah.
Phyllis and I go to the spa when we stay there. The spa at the Swan and Dolphin is one of our favorites. It's a full service spa. As I said, you get a $30 discount if you're staying at the Swan and Dolphin. So that kind of negates your resort fee
For that day. Yeah, for that day. So Uli, speaking to your question before, it would be like $30 off your treatment. So if your treatment is like 200, it's going to be 170 for you.
Right. So I love that place. It's so relaxing.
Cool.
It's so relaxing.
Mhm.
It's yeah.
I want that in my house. I'll take that.
Okay.
I like Mandara better than I do Senses. I really do.
I do too.
Mhm.
The thing I really didn't like about the Grand Floridian, the spa at the Grand Floridian, was the room. It was all one room where you checked in, and then when you relaxed after your treatment.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like Grand Central Station, because I'm relaxing post treatment, and the girl's coming in, Sally, party of one, and she's getting. It's like, I'm trying to relax here.
It's here, yeah.
So yeah, it was much more relaxing. And there's actually an area where you can like walk outside onto the balcony and overlook the fountain. You can actually go sit outside if you want. So it really is.
It's extremely zen, like, and chill.
The music, the scents, it really is. It really is. So I think I mentioned everything I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, Miss Mandie?
Oh, www.minniemousemama.com. There you go. Or you can find me at the Disney Spot on Facebook. That's it.
And maybe one day we'll find you at the Swan and Dolphin.
Oh, you'll find me at the Swan and Dolphin. I love that place.
Yeah. There's Mickey and Minnie.
That's one of my favorite pictures of them. That's from the wedding part of the website.
Is it?
Yeah, I love that picture.
So are you saying that when Mickey and Minnie finally get married, they're going to get married at the Swan and Dolphin because it's cheaper?
Probably. They're very economical mice.
All right, guys. I hope you would consider the Swan and Dolphin for a future stay. If you have any questions, you could ask me or ask Mandie, and we'll be happy to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. I hope everybody had fun. Mandie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you next month with another resort, or maybe we'll do that. We're going to do a show coming up in the future with all the deluxe suites that,
the bucket list suites
that you can't afford, but we're going to find out the scoop on all of them. All right.
Awesome.
Dave, go give your wife a birthday kiss.
I'll do that. Maybe
Right.
I'll give her 1,000 kisses. How's that?
All right. Good night and happy birthday, Veronica.
Night.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.